Good morning and welcome to the Battery Doctor's channel. I've just made a video displaying the 4 different versions of rear carrier Bosch battery cases, looking for one that isn't severely water damaged that we can attempt to repair. This one is 8 volts, Sanyo GA cells, it's a 500 pack, and the BMS looks intact. So we're gonna try and do a repair of this, a full repair on video, on everything except the spot welding parts. And we will also do it on a timer to see how fast we are. And it's 7 o'clock in the morning, so maybe I will be done before my employees will get there. First we want to take it out of the case, and then we have the positive and negative and another negative that goes through the case. First we have to disconnect this negative over here. It goes through all the cells. We can pull it out. And we need to disconnect this little EST. And I'm afraid we have to cut both the positive and negative line to be able to take it apart. You can also solder them from over here, but I do not want to risk damaging a Bosch PCB. And we want to straighten them out. And now we can take this one out. So now we remove this one and accidentally removed the bottom one. So then I think we're gonna remove all the ESTs, and we have some kind of thin pin because there are pins that need to be pushed on the spaghetti to remove them, and they are not identical. One has one extra pin, so you can't put it in the wrong hole. This one should be loose now. We have gonna cut the positive power as well. Now we should be able to lift this one up, I think. Yes, there are pins putting it in the holder underneath. And it's stuck. So, it looks really good. No damage, but there is a little green over here. But that could be... Don't look like water damage. Plastic does not turn green when exposed to water. I think that might be some kind of QC mark that painted it, that it's connected, because this is what it looks like when there's water damage. And these are the end tabs. Since I have a spare battery laying here that I can look on, I will just cut these ones out because the order is very strange. Oh, here this one is dark colored, meaning it most likely has leaked electrolyte, not from the top but from the crimp, making it another color. So this can be taken apart like that. But first we need to disconnect these ones. And you do not want to short it out like that, so be careful. Now we can open this up. Remove this flexible inner piece. They are identical, but they have the spring on one side and the locking on the other side. Yes, I usually have an employee that takes it apart, but since you asked me for long videos, I will do long videos. And you have to watch me take all this nickel apart. We're already 5 minutes in. I usually do it in 10. You do not need to remember which part is which. However, they are most likely intertwined like this because they put them like this when they build a battery pack. So if you have the same design here and here, then you're fine. And you can just twist it around when you have the same design. It's if you twist it like that it won't be, it will be like this when you spot weld it, and it will not be perfect. I will actually be wearing gloves because some of you don't like blood. Yeah, the Bosch battery packs are a little bit tricky because the nickel is stuck pretty hard to the cells, and there are very few levers you can lean against to tear it off, especially on the positive side. But you do not need to remove all the nickel. You just need to remove the nickel from beneath the cells, from between the cells. I think this part is very boring to do, and I would also think it's very boring to watch, but you guys asked for it. And I know I'm very fast because we have an employee that we train to cut nickel. I can do about 200 cells per hour or more, but he still cannot do much more. He cannot even do 100 cells. So I guess it takes a lot of practice to do this fast and safe. And he is really safe since he's new to batteries, but yes, I'm using a plier. This one is from Taiwan. And you don't need a good plier, and you don't need a sharp plier. It's actually good if you have a dull plier. Otherwise you will just cut the nickel off when you're tearing it. This way you can grip the nickel and just tear it off at the same time. So using a dull plier is actually pretty good. So don't throw them out. Yes, and I'm not putting them, I'm just putting them over here and not in a bin because it's a big time save and just add everything to a bin later. Yeah, but this was pretty easy to remove. I've had way worse. So it's been 3 minutes and we're halfway done. And this was a speedy little bugger. Yes, and you can also see, I call them little Smurf penises, these black pins in the plastic, and they have custom-made nickel, so they do not need to have magnets or anything holding them in place. They can just push them over the little Smurf penises. I don't know if Smurf penises is the technical term. But don't forget about it, because we'll be coming back to them. So, one left. So done. That was like 6 minutes, and it's quite a workout. I'm getting a little sweaty. So, remember what I told you about Smurf penises? They are gonna be in the way of our nickel. So I like to cut them off. When you're gonna spot weld, you can see this is very wobbly. So there's no point in having them over there. So just cut them off. See, much sturdier. Yeah, it's actually easier when you take out the cells, but so I will start replacing the cells in these. Can lay them up so that they are identical. And here you can see that Bosch is not perfect. This hell holder is actually kind of small. I remember that when trying to put GA. GA is a little bit larger than PF and some other cells. So here they tear the heat shrink tubing off the cells when pulling it in, because there's so tight margin in these. So we're gonna put new cells in here. They are gonna be really tight, not in the beginning, but in the end, I think. Maybe this black ABS version is a little bigger than the white nylon kind. Yes, I think this one is a little bigger, because PFs are no problem. Another one with teared heat shrink tubing. but I'm guessing this is made with a machine, so they can't really QC if the tear is on the inside of the pack. And why am I still wearing gloves? Yeah, this was easier with gloves, but now it's too late. Can't put them on again. And here we have that dark colored one. Gonna have an extra look at. Another tiered one. Yeah, why is this so dark? And the ring is almost transparent there. Yuck. So now we have all the cells. I'm gonna do the nickel strip, and I've got one over there. So this is a folded battery, and so we're gonna align it perfectly. We know that the positive is over here, like that. Then we have, yeah, I think this is it. No. We need one like that. Yes, that's right. Then we need to go to the end, which is that piece. And this one is too positive over here. Yes, that will work. That will work. Even though these ones are not. I don't understand. No, that is correct. That is correct. And two positive there and two positive there. This is the config, and I like to flip it like this. And you will see how the config is. And then pull it out like that. So now it's time to grab nickel. First, I'm gonna take a little tea break and pause. So now we're back. I had a little tea break, and now we're gonna add nickel. I don't know exactly how many pieces, because this is not a common config we work with, but I make 68, 48, and 28 millimeter long strips. We know the PS positive is gonna be over there, so let's start on this side. This is gonna be the easy side. No, both sides are easy, sorry. Yes, and I use magnets. That's my secret. Wait, is that gonna be folded? No, it's not gonna be folded. this piece is gonna be folded. There, we forgot one. I don't know if you can see it, but these holders are not round. They are more like hexagons, so there is a little space over here, I don't know why, but maybe it's to fit different types of cells. Because as we've seen, they use at least 3 different cells. LG, Samsung and Sanyo. I think I've even seen Sony cells. But these LG ones is the most common ones. So I'm gonna spot weld, I'm gonna leave the timer on, but I'm not gonna show you that part. Now it's time for the second row of nickel. We will not be making any soldering tabs for the ESTs because Bosch doesn't do that, so we will not do that. Have a long one like that. You'll see in a minute. I did not spot weld. I was gonna use these 45 inches, 45 millimeter ones both, but this I twist over like that, and you can press it down, and you have a very good angle. Now that one wasn't perfect, but it will go in here and connect to the cell. And this one wasn't as good, so I will remove that and add a second layer of just one. So you can twist that one over and turn it into the groove, and you have something to solder on. So I'll do this one. So now I made identical ones that I will fold over like that, and they have the same polarity, so they can touch, and on the positive as well. So now we're done with this side. We're gonna turn it over. And I'm gonna start from the middle. And the positive terminal has output over there, and I like to do like this, so that should be no problem. And the negative one as well. I need some more 48s, but I made some extra of these, so I will cut them down. And I will try another method for these. So here. So time for the second layer, and we will see if this one can flip over. They're a little bit too long, but that's okay. We'll cut them off later. So we should be using 48s. But that's good that they're long, because the wires are a little short. So now we have almost everything we need. And I made this one on opposites, but I don't think that's gonna matter. Let's see in the spare nickel box if we have some extra. Here we can have. No, I'm so silly. These are gonna be connected. These are gonna be folded. These are gonna be folded. Yeah, silly old me. But it's okay, we have a lot of 28s. There you go. It actually worked out perfect. So, see you in a bit. So, we're 39 minutes in and we're almost halfway there. And now we're gonna be folding this battery back together. You can also make these ones so they go in there, but I'm pretty sure we have enough space. And we're gonna be using these flexi bits. And they have the same up and down parts, I think. Yeah, not 100%, but I think so. And we should have another one here. We have the yaki side down, I think. And end caps. Yeah, we won't be pulling wires through the batteries. I don't like that. And I think they are identical, but it doesn't matter that much. So now we're gonna fold it. We're gonna see where the positive side is. Yes, here it is. Nice, look at those curves, perfect. Click. Click. Now we actually have another battery pack. Now the other thing to do is to connect the BMS. And is this the wires I saved? We have a lot of wires here. We want ones that are not water damaged, and one with 2 gray pins. This one is with the temp sensor, this one is without. Yuck. Yeah. Oh, nasty. So we're gonna remove that one completely and tape this one up. And yes, I shouldn't have put it back together. I don't think they do that either until they have soldered these. So I will take it slightly apart again. Ooh, oh, little morning shock. Yeah, maybe I should have made soldering tabs, but I want to do it the Bosch way. Don't have wire bonding, but I can do a similar solder. Now I have to keep track of where everything is. So start with the positive, and there is a green one on the positive coming from non-temp sensor one. Gonna start the soldering beast. That's really messy, but I think you can see. And this is the top side. Green with temp sensor we will wait with. It's very confusing that they have 2 almost identical ones. Nope. Yeah, that's not good, but it's a long wire, so we can shorten it a bit. Let it solder. Preteen. Not preteen, that's something else. 1 second. Perfect. So, yes, these wires are actually gonna be all the way over here. So let's go ahead and do the next one, which is gonna be the black one. Yeah, it must be the... No. No, it's the brown one. Where is the brown one supposed to have gone? Think over here. Yes, that's correct. Because all the crap over there, so. One second. There's no heat. There's really no heat to worry about if you do it for 1 second. And then we have the black. And after black, we have white. Yes, and now we're jumping to this side, but it should be this one. Let's do all of them. After white, we have yellow. Same here. And last we have blue. Yes, for the negative you have blue. And it should reach, because I believe this is how Bosch does it in the factory. Now we're gonna flip it over and do the other one. Then we have the one with the temp sensor, and then we're gonna start here with the brown. Let's pre-solder. No, I don't want it in the gap, so there. Now we should have one extra wire, which is temp sensor 1, and we have brown. Then we have green. There's green. Hey. After green we have blue. No? Yes, we have blue. Oh. Yeah, you can pull on them like this and it will cover the gap. Blue. After blue we have yellow. Same as blue and yellow. And last must be white. Yes, same as over here. So now we're done. I won't be double checking the EST because they are so tiny, but now it's actually time to fold it together again. And we're up to 50 minutes already. Come on. Perfect. Yes, now we are almost ready. I just like to double check that the wires are looking identical. Yellow. There we have my yellow, and there's green and blue. Yes, now it's time to take this PCB, put it on. I don't want these wires going through the battery packs. There is a lot of space on the side, so I will be using that. Yeah, we'll however be taping them down a little bit. And you don't want them near those circles, because then you will crush them later. It should be right in the middle. Can I add a temp sensor there? Fine. You can have it anywhere. Yes, I think that's fine. So I think that's... No, that one as well. Yes, they can reach in there. I'm gonna click, 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 click. So now we don't need this one. But which is the positive one now that they are equally long? Doesn't say on the PCB. And this one is actually for discharge. No? Yes? And this one is for battery. That one is for battery. But they can go out here, since I will be taking them on the side. That one should be just long enough. No? Yes, that's the positive. And this is the negative. We can use that wire holder. It's a little bit scary when so much is on stake. Now we will have power to the BMS. Yes, there was a small spark. You can also see a dent over there. There's a capacitor and stuff like that charging on the BMS. That's a good thing. Then you know it's not completely fucking dead. And we should be able to connect these. Yes, the one with the temp sensor first, the larger one. Click. Click is good. Good click. Good click. Now you should have something plastic. Click. Usually they also need to be activated by a charger. so we have to connect that as well. Or we could be in bad luck and have a bad BMS. And yes, I will have these on the top. You have to have it perfectly so that it fits all the holes, or you won't fit it in the case. Small GST. Yes, and I will side solder them. That's a very good solder technique. But it gets so fucking hot on the finger when you're not wearing gloves. Now we have excellent connection that we can check on both sides. And electrical tape. And let's see if we can have, because they have these pinouts where you can put wires, so why not? So that's it. We officially repaired this Bosch battery in 58 minutes, including taking the cells apart. Now what's done is testing. So, and the only way to know if it's working is if the LED starts flickering. So, have a look over here on the 5 LEDs. Come on, come on, come on! Motherfucking, I have power on. These are connected, power is connected. I have forgot to add these ones. They're not important for power. Do we have a bad BMS? Fuck. We will do this as well. We need longer ones, and then we will try another BMS, because that's what you have to do. Yeah, nothing. Oh, Bosch. Yes, this is also the reason why we only accept Bosch batteries if they are working, if you can charge or discharge them. So we know that the BMS is working. And there is a reason we got this for free. And I was just hoping that the cells had died and not the BMS. great. Well, I will have to keep trying until I find a BMS that actually works, or this hour have been wasted. Or we can just move this battery config to a PromoVec battery. That will also work. Yes, let's measure the voltage. Should be 35. Yes, 35. And this one is connected, and it's connected, and it was just charging another battery, so we have working spare BMSs, I think, but maybe the LEDs are broken, I don't know. So we can see if it actually charges the battery. Be such a thing. No, it's 34.63 and it's not moving. So the BMS is not taking a charge. So, but we had another donor BMS. Didn't we? Yes, over here. There were some electrolyte on this one from one of the cells, but hopefully it's good. So, before we replace, I think we have to replace everything. It's not getting hot. Maybe a little hot, but the solder over here and over here. Yeah, I connected it like that as well. So, bad BMS. Bad Bosch BMS. We'll go ahead and try this one. We'll add the cells first this time. Quick. If it's getting hot. Quick. Yes, this is the battery minus. I just cut it off. Battery positive. Well, if this is not working this time either, I'm gonna take a break. You stay put. New solder, new flux. There were no spark. Everything is connected. And we have light. We have 2 LEDs suggesting that the indicator is working. That's really, really good news. I don't know if that is a guarantee that it will work, but it's a good start. And where the fuck is this charging wire? Oh, here it is. Come on, I want you on the other side, buddy. Yeah, we can reach under here. Yeah, that's gonna work as well. No, I don't want anything on the top because they will get crushed. I want it on the side. Yes, hope that the charging circuit is okay. Oh. Yes, we are recording. Feel if there's anything hot. No? That's a good sign. Heat up the solder. Yes, good, good, good. And I'm too excited, I'm gonna try it right away. Check the indicator. Yes, I think it's actually working. We're gonna check if it charges as well. Yes, I think it's starting the charging sequence. Does it charge? Come on, you fucking piece of shit. Yes, 3502. 3503. Come on, up to 5. 35. God damn it. Excellent, excellent. At least one of these dead fuckers we made. And yeah. I probably won't show assembly of the cells again. But this is how you fucking do it. Woo. 70 minutes. Try and beat that if you can.